Hi, welcome to In Bed with Natasha. This is my second edition with Arthur.
Yes.
I'm very lucky to get you on the bed twice.
This time in Rome.
It's my charm, I know, it's my charm, I must say. But this time we're here in Rome for Alta Roma, and we can actually kind of relax both because, you know, I finished my interviews today, but more importantly, you've just shown your show here at Alta Roma, which was incredible. And something really different also for Rome, which I feel, and there was a lot of things I'm going to ask you about. First of all, so how does it feel?
It feels really good. Rome has been really good to me, I must say, since winning Who's On Next this last July, a few months ago. So many good things had happened, and it's been really nice that they re-invited me to show my third collection here.
Yeah.
And I felt really positive about this collection as well, because I felt I made a step forward. The collection gets better, more concrete, more deep somehow. And yeah, I was very happy with it. And I don't know, the vibe afterwards was amazing. It was amazing.
Well, I think people, it was really people were really looking forward, you know, to seeing your show, especially all, you know, the foreigners. And I think there's a real buzz right now in Italy about new designers coming up, and we've been talking about that a lot through my interviews. But I think it's a really relevant moment where people want to see designers in the business of fashion just did an article, and I quoted, and they want to know. They were saying, well, you know, what's happening? Is Italy giving space to young designers?
I think there's something really good happening at the moment. I think, first of all, that something has to happen because most of the designers are, like, let's say 50 up, no? 50 plus. So I mean, there must come a new generation now. So I feel everybody understands that, and they really encourage young designers now to do their thing. And like Alta Roma, you know, they invited me. It's so important for a designer to see your clothes in motion. But for us, I mean, for me it's impossible to have a show yet. But hopefully not for long.
Well, maybe not for long, you're already doing it.
It's so special to, you know, the music, it gets dark, the girls come out, and you know, the adrenaline that's in the air, and that's sort of, you know, what you live from for the next few months.
Well, it looked really fabulous. It looked really fabulous. I would say though, what's great about it is that you are, you know, Austrian living in Milan, and you know, you're new. You've been taking a big risk with this basically, and this is why a lot of young designers are not coming up, because you have to self-fund your own collection. So it's really risky, you know. It
is really tough. It's a really tough business.
Sound like it is.
Yes, no, it's really tough, and I mean, it consumes you, it takes over your life, but since that's what I want to do, I'm actually comfortable by being consumed by it. But it's magic. I mean, for me, it was all worth it, and every day when you struggle with a supplier and this and DHL and UPS and it's not coming and it's expensive and you have no money and everything, it's all worth it, because when you live a moment like today here, it's when magic happens.
Well, one of the things that I think we should let everybody know is how much you're loved basically by your friends and also in the community, in the fashion community in Milan. I've noticed that since you decided and you said, I'm gonna start my own brand, and a lot of people were like, oh my god, great, that's exciting, risky. But at the same time, you've had so much support from people. And even today, you had so much of your family and friends that flew in from Austria, which is like, and you're from Milan, you know?
No, amazing. Like, after the show, people like Silvia Fendi and Roberto Capucci that came, and, you know, all these people that you look up to so much. I mean, they come and they look into your eyes and they say, this was amazing. I mean, that's one, like, I still have goosebumps now. It was so lovely. And also in Milan, I must say, if you decide to become a fashionista, do your own thing, it's only happening if you have a great network of friends behind you, because that's key.
Yeah.
They give you the support, and friends are literally everything. And in my moment, or in my point in life, I realized that I'm very happy that I made these great friendships.
Yes.
Like with you.
Yeah, but I don't think it's our work. It's been your work from the beginning. I mean, I think that you are a designer and a person that people want to support. I think your personality is so key in becoming a designer, and when you make a difference, it's also the person you are and what you give out. That, you know, I think I would have to say it'd be almost like cheating, but you're the kind of dream designer that everybody would want to support and people want to see you doing well, you know, and see it working well. But your collection is not atypical Italian. We've talked about this.
Yes.
So there was a lot of like, I love the fact that you came out with a t-shirt. Tell me about that. With the there was like Arbesser on the t-shirt, and I was like, wow, branding. We're branding already.
Yes. No, I thought actually we're branding already, exactly, because it's a third collection.
Well, I also feel this is quite branding. This is becoming branding. This is becoming something you continue. This arch is becoming.
No, I thought anyways it's really good if you have a motif or a sort of aesthetic that you take each collection, you take a bit from the last into the next. I think that's very important. So you give a bit of substance, a bit of like recognizability to the thing, but you at the same time you obviously have to do something new each season. But I thought about the t-shirts, it was sort of like a homage to the 90s, and
I was gonna say, oh my god, I so got that. And I felt very Helmut Lang though, Helmut Lang, right?
And Calvin Klein, when it was all like just a little writing on a white t-shirt, it was the coolest thing to have.
Exactly.
No? And so I just, that sort of like basic sort of like appeal, but obviously with a bit of humor, because my name is not Calvin Klein or Helmut Lang yet. But it was just, that was a sort of like cheeky
But it actually works though, you know, it's got this thing, the A's, the arch, everything, you know.
A-A-R-R.
Exactly, we're getting there, getting there. But I really liked it, but there was a lot of 90s inspiration in that show.
Yes, I think being Austrian, I must say always I've been a big fan of Helmut Lang, of the cleanness of the 90s, of the sort of like utility thing, that you like, that easiness to wear things, and yeah, it's definitely been an influence, and I love the whole androgynous sort of aesthetic, which was also very 90s now, sort of girls in like a large pants and just a tank top and things like this. So yeah, it's definitely an influence, but for me it's important that the collection, and it always has to have a personal touch. It needs to look like an art
yours,
collection.
Exactly.
That's the task of each.
What about
designer.
The see-through?
I love see-through.
I'm like, so there's a lot of see-through in this show. A lot of see-through.
The thing is, I think since I'm a young designer, you know, you can still provoke a little bit, or do things that don't need to be a bestseller or things like this, because I think it's also the job of a young designer to, you know, to provoke a little bit, do something with a bit of a twist. So my dream forever, I remember all these years cycling to work, I dreamt about men's tailoring, transparent men's tailoring, always when you see the inside pockets. And so I really have a soft spot for transparent things, but do them in a masculine way. I think that's something that I'm really happy to do.
Well, right now you're doing women's wear. Is there a plan then in the future to think about men's wear?
I would love to, because it would actually feel very natural to do something, and I would love to wear something as well myself. But for now, I think it's good to focus on one thing, and I want to get that right and go ahead with the women's, and you know, one day
it will happen. So we'll find some see-through men's shirts around. Basically, you'll be wearing it in the crowd.
I need to go to the gym a bit before. But
tell me about the music for the show.
So it was this show was a little bit inspired by London, by my days there, my years when I studied at St. Martin's, and so I remember all the music, and you know, St. Martin's is very connected with music and pulp and all that moment. But this time it was really the inspiration, Joy Division and Ian Curtis, and that sort of coolness, but a bit dark as well, obviously, and sort of melancholic twist. So that was an inspiration, and that atmosphere, that song is just always goosebumps, and I love it. So it all went very smooth.
It was fantastic. Listen, I want to congratulate you again. It was good.
Thanks,
and
really
thanks again for coming here. And we can't wait to see more. And I want an Arthur Arbesser t-shirt as well, please. I'll get it with my see-through pants. Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.